You are responsible for your own happiness, and it is up to the individual to develop the physical and mental habits that will lead to sustainable health and happiness. No one else can do it for you. Here are some tips for developing a healthy mental attitude towards life. 1. The importance of a positive mental attitude. Have you ever been asked if you are a person with a glass half full or glass half empty? What this question means is, do you see the world optimistically or pessimistic? If you are a half-full glass person, you will be able to identify the possibilities in any given situation. You will see the good that has already happened and can identify solutions for the difficulties you may face. You will also be delighted to take responsibility for what happens in your life. Rather, the glass half-empty person will move around the world as a victim, blaming everyone and everything else for the situations in their lives. They will not be able to solve problems clearly, as they feel they have little control or influence over anything. They generally seek and find the worst in any situation. What attitude do you think would lead to living a happier life, glass half full or the glass half empty? If you feel like you see the glass is half empty, it is possible to change the way you see the world. The following 4 points contain tools that can help you see the world from a more positive perspective. Our mental attitude is critical to living a happier life. Do self-talk. Do you ever stop to listen to how you talk to yourself? Most of us would never speak to anyone else in the same way that we speak to ourselves. We are all guilty of giving us negative statements. We are our worst critic. Transactional analysis tells us that we all have internal patterns of behavior that manifest as parents, children, or adults, and that we play these roles with each other in our relationships and with ourselves in our internal conversations. In this model, the ideal line of communication is from adult to adult, where the conversation is reasonable and assertive. However, a large proportion of our internal dialogue is generally a critical exchange between parents and children. You can train your inner dialogue to be more adult, first, simply by noticing what you say to yourself and then deciding to change it. Take the time to listen, as dispassionately as possible, to how you are talking to yourself and try to make your self-talk more encouraging and much less critical. Second, speak positive, and try to avoid words like can't, impossible, no and all forms of insults. Replace them with I can try, it could be possible or maybe it will. This will shift your focus from the negative, where solutions may not be available, to the positive where it could be successful. Affirmations are also a good way to change internal dialogue. Positive affirmations and positive thinking techniques can help you develop a powerful and positive outlook on life, which is an essential element in making your life happier. Leave positive and supportive notes around the house and practice writing positive statements. A person who values and respects himself will live a happier life than a person who devalues himself. 3. Become a listener rather than a speaker. Myers-Briggs is a personality test in which, by answering a series of questions, you can understand how you move around the world. The dichotomies of the model include extroversion, introversion, detection, intuition, thought, feeling, judgment, and perception. My result was INFJ. The point is, regardless of your personality type, it is valuable to become a listener rather than a speaker. Some personality types tend to need your opinion heard. They can often dominate a conversation and show a lack of interest in anything someone else says. You may have experienced waiting for a break in a conversation to offer your opinion, but it really didn't make sense because no one heard what she said. You feel frustrated, undervalued, and exhausted and most likely want to run at the first opportunity. I am not suggesting that you become a doormat, but if you want to live a happier life, say less and try to become an active listener. Why? There are many reasons why listening, rather than forcing your opinion, is important. Your conversations will be less stressful by showing respect to others by listening to their opinion. Others will want to talk to you because they feel heard. Your confidence will grow because you have developed the skills to listen effectively. You will learn more from others. You will feel that your contribution is valued because people will ask for it. To show that you are listening, ask open-ended questions that require more than a yes or no. Paraphrase what the person just said, ask about feelings, ask what happened next. In general, have an attitude that the conversation is about your experience and not yours. You will live a happier life when you listen more. Or the power of meditation. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools to bring happiness into your life. Find a quiet place and make a commitment to sit in meditation for 1 hour a day for at least a week. Make sure the spine is straight, eyes closed, and body relaxed. If you persist using a 100% dedicated concentration, benefits will come on time. Why not experiment and have fun with it? The first benefit of regular meditation is that it increases your powers of concentration that will seep into all aspects of your life. Concentration means focusing the mind with interest and determination on any thought or action. New meditators in practice generally focus on observing the breath. When your mind asks, and it will, gently bring it to the thought or action you are focused on. Over time, you will be able to stay focused for longer periods and your heart rate will begin to decrease. As a consequence, breathing will decrease and body restlessness will decrease. Feeling that inner calm results in a closer and more secure relationship with yourself, which brings more happiness into your life. 5. Be at home with yourself. If you fight to get along with yourself, it makes sense that you fight to get along with others. Those who find fault with others generally find fault with themselves. There is little evidence of internal harmony in people who do not have a nurturing relationship with themselves. Those who cannot find peace in their own hearts will struggle to find it elsewhere. The trick is to end the inner war and bring harmony to your relationship with yourself. Your breathing will flow and your body will be healthy if your bodily organs work in harmony. Mental harmony will come when the mind separates good and useful thoughts from less useful thoughts. When the wrong thought is banished forever, you can expect to find internal and external harmony in all aspects of your life. Finally, there are a number of tips here for your consideration. Perhaps you would like to experiment with some of the suggestions. I am also referring to the need to detoxify the body. A healthy, toxin-free body is an essential part of living a happier life. In part 3, we will discuss how to follow your bliss. After all, the option of living a happier life is in our hands.